Gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome to a best of one competitive premium. I don't remember what they're called. Best of one Kaldheim Draft with Travis Semulin Sours and chat. Chat, say hello to YouTube. We're back into Kaldheim. Sadly, the core set drafts are gone, and this makes me sad. But we can live with this. If you see some stuff in the way, that's because we have a free preview card. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview card that we are showing off today from the upcoming Magic set Strixhaven. Zombub says nothing. Says YouTube video like removing another cat. I think Zombub has a point. I think it's a very good point. So let's start with that. Take our poison the cup and move along. If I get to pick what I'm doing, it's red-black. So let's take a really good black removal spell and see where we can go. Alright. I don't mind Poison the Cup into Death Nail Berserker. I think this is actually the best black common. That is still my stance after playing with the set a good bit. We're going to need some hats to go on this fella. Or gal. Doesn't matter. This card. This Elf Berserker. But we can find them. So this is a start I'm very happy with. Huh. Now, I ain't normally interested in Sarolf's Packmate. And I think I'm still not, because there's a pick here. That's pretty good, Miklas. That's pretty good. Yeah, not over the pick, sadly. But if the pick had not been there, I think I might have taken it. Okie dokie. Looks like we can do what we want to do. I believe this to be the best red common in the set. It is exactly the card that I want to get past. And we're seeing it here, pick 4. So some people have said, if you think this is the best red common, and other people think Doom Bolt, Demon Bolt, whatever, the 3 mana 4 damage spell is the best common, doesn't that mean that you're sending weird signals? Sort of, but it also means I end up with like sometimes 4 of these in a deck, and I'm thrilled. Because like we're on rails now. Yeah, I think black-white is actually what's open here. And there was a draft where I beat LSV and Ben Stark, where we changed what we were doing to get in on that. But I'm just not, I don't feel the need to do that here. I do want a Demonic Gifts, but I'm pretty happy to just get 3 drops that I can play. Because this is starting to come together. I have a couple hats, I have some bodies to carry them, and I have the removal spell I want. I'm trying to decide here if I want the Kennel Master or the Berserker. These are both pretty underwhelming cards. I think I'd rather take the Kennel Master because I don't have to be red. Yeah, it's basically red black Berserker dress up. But this is the piece that might get me interested in playing something else, because I could play blue-black and put a Rune of Flight on this pick. So like there's a little bit of a debate about what our second color is currently. But we're pretty sure we're going to play the black. I suppose there's a possibility we could be black-white still. Because I don't love Infernal Pet, and I don't care about Way Down. And this carries hats quite well. Yeah, if they're going to pass me Freya this late, maybe we're just like, okay, let's do this and see where this goes. Because, like, this is quite a powerful card. It wouldn't take much to move me. I was going to say we can take and Invoke the Divine for the sideboard, and then I realized that's not a thing that you do. So we'll take a Raise the Dongers. We might play that. Wouldn't play any of this realistically. I wouldn't mind a Snow Swamp or something for this fella. And I've been happy main decking Shackles of Treachery. So what's happened here is we've got a neighbor that's deep into red, because we didn't see any of it. Which means one of two things. Either we'll just accept that and move into something else being our other color, or we'll get really good red here and play it. Now this is kind of a gift because it means I don't have to play blue to play this Rune of Flight. Because we've already got a pick. That's one blue source. Here's technically another one for it, if you think about it. And all of a sudden we're in business. So it's the Rune of Flight is now in. And it's like up in the air whether we're what of these two colors we're going to play with it, because it doesn't have to be blue anymore. Narfi's interesting though. Because I've already got 2 zombies, something that makes a zombie, and could reliably get more of those 3/2s. The only problem is my 2-drops are going to be stinky dinky. Because the safe pick would be Raven Wings, but that is not the hat that I want. I'm going to speculate on Narfi. I'll play blue-black if we can get enough zombies. Like, there's a zombie. It's not a bad one. Carries hats really well. Like, it's probably weird. We could shift into red here. Yeah, I think I'll speculate on that. If red's incredibly open, I'd really rather be playing the Tormentor's Helm, and I'll get access to way better 2-drops. Like, this is still entirely up in the air what our other color is going to be. I don't mind Behold the Herpaderp either. Also really like Run Amok. We're still kind of splitting the difference about what we're going to play with this, but okay, let's talk Behold. All right. There's some stuff going on here. I still feel like the better pick might be this Volatile Fjord. Because if red opens up just a little bit more, say we see a Tuskegee Firewalker, like I think white's off the menu. We're not doing that. But this could lead to us playing black-red and having an extra source to cast the Rune of Flight, which I'd be pretty into. I think we only play it if we go red, but we don't have to make that decision just yet. I'm going to take us a Feed the Serpent here. I don't mind 1 or 2 removal spells in the deck. But I do really need to see one of these colors open up for us. So this is pretty dang good. I may be staying open too long here, but I'm going to take the Recruiter. This would go really nicely in the blue-black version. It would be playable in this too. Freya does wear pants well, and we could still be white. I just haven't seen a compelling reason to be white yet. But like realistically, we're probably playing these cards. And we can figure out what the other one, like what our other color is in a minute. Like, here we go. We've got all the hats. Done. So I can just, like, whatever color is going to give me the most 2-drops we can take now. I don't know that I want to Feed the Serpents. Meh, I guess that's a problem for future Travis. We're not playing this Raise the Draugr. I just need bodies from here. All right, I would get 2 Story Seekers and a Freya. I can play 2 Story Seekers and a Freya. Well, there you go. Hey, that guy's not terrible. Hey, what's up, Timber? We could probably find a Snow Plains or 2. I still kind of like Raise the Draugr with the Faithful, but ideally the Recruiter can sort of handle that for us. This is still sort of blowing my mind that these are coming around this late. Because Runamuk's really good. No point taking sideboard cards. I don't think I'm playing 2 of these, but I might. That's pretty easy Reaper, eh? Hey, what's up, Ben? We're removing the cats at a glacially slow pace. Well, taking the Sanctums is sort of jumping into red as well, right? Like, I'm still pretty far away from knowing what our second color is, which is bizarre. I don't think the second Freya is that much of a push. But it could be. I don't mind playing 2 5s. It's more 5s than I usually play in this style of deck. Like, what I want here is a 2-drop. Did you look at Strixhaven previous? I'm not sure what you mean. Nah, let's see where this goes. Vesker Shieldmate and a Valkyrie? That's pretty nice. Actually, a Timber. I hope you enjoy it. I've seen some previews. Yeah, I think I want the Valkyrie, but I also want to fill in 2-drops, and I'm a little nervous that I won't get them, but these came by incredibly late, so I think we take the Valkyrie and then just pick any 2-drops we see from here and go. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with this. Get it? Valkyrie can be a 2-drop, but it isn't always. I think I like the Story Seeker better than the Shieldmate. Yoinks! See you later, Kennel Master. More hats. This is not the 2-drop I want, but if we gotta, we gotta. We'll be doing a set review soon with Jamie. How do I feel about a Blood Sky Berserker? Not great. I don't love that card, but we are looking for 2-drops, and it is a 2-drop. So if we need to play it, we need to play it. I think it's a replaceable card in this deck. I was going to say we take this for the sideboard, but then I remembered. We're at 13 creatures so far. We're basically fine. I feel weird playing the Grim Draugrs with nothing to do with them. But I kind of do need another 3. We'll probably end up playing it Noki. You want an off-color tap land just so I could potentially give these guys Minas? Oh, there's no other decision to be made here. We can decide about that in deck building. Demonic Gifts? I would probably play 1 Demonic Gifts. This is weird. We never really figured out what second color we were supposed to play with this, and then here we are. I don't think I'm quite deep enough that I want to play the Dusk Wielder. I have played that in this style deck before, but I think we're looking at this being the deck. And again, we've got an off-color tap land, I suppose. Yeah, playing this one makes some sense, right? Because then I could conceivably cast the rune. I think that one actually is pretty reasonable. It's like I've got some interest in having access to snow mana. I think I'm happier swapping one of those out for this. Like, it's not super likely that this ever comes up, but if it does, whee! All right, let's do our Stream Raiders battle, and then we'll clean this one up. A bunch of stuff over here. Let's curse it. Go, go, Power Rangers. Man, that was kind of easy. Sim Wife, my favorite person with the kills. Davidio with the assists. Rewards for Chonk, Dan, and Zulu. And another boss defeated. All right, we'll go for the blue chest this time. Because I think that's pretty universally the best one you can get. Oop. And obviously this mana needs to be cleaned up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 planes. I think I like 9, 8, even though I've got some white 2 drops. And you know what? This is the finest time as any to break in these sleeves. If you're watching on the YouTube and don't have the codes for these sleeves, they are in my Discord. You can come by the chat, even if I'm not streaming, and type !Discord and get in. Connect with the community. All right, best of 1 drafting, yo. Never thought I'd see the day. Mythic is not the goal. Mythic number 1 is the goal. That's probably a pack mate. Which means I can attack into it with the Story Seeker, but not the Berserker. I mean, it could be a struggle for Skimfar, you never know. That's how we play in. All right. It was a struggle for Skimfar. Time to snuggle. You're basically building a Baneslayer. They're really respecting a combat trick here. Which, I mean, I'm pretty thrilled about. That seems pretty good. I mean, they seem pretty screwed anyway. They were stuck on 2 lands. I'd be willing to bet the journey to Mythic number 1 will be more gratifying than arriving there. But arriving means you don't have to play best of 1 anymore. Y'all got it all figured out. I mean, yeah, we basically got a free terminate. As far as they know, I'm just stupid and didn't know it had reach. Oh, I was using that. I think I'd rather have the Rune of Flight in the graveyard. Like, I could cast it. Well, they're going to get big stuff soon. And this is more likely to lead to me double spelling. Like, just Rune of Flight on a 2/2 lifelinker could be fine. That's a chunky boy. Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess we'll just have 2 removal spells. We're ready to go. I'm going to pop this now. I don't think there's any reason to get got by a snakeskin veil. It's unlikely they have Snuggle, although they could top deck it. I top deck the Snuggle. That's unfortunate. The question is, how aggressive do we want to be with this Feed the Serpent? Because activating this and attacking means they'll probably block with this and something else. I think I'm okay being aggressive here. Like, it's possible they just block with the 2 low things, but I think I can get a free card out of this, is what I'm getting at. The free card is a 1/1, but it leads towards us being able to do that again, probably trading for the Bergstrider and then playing another one and finishing the game with it. That's unfortunate. Again, I was using that. Now my crown doesn't do anything. Well, I mean, it kind of does. It's exiled, right? Yeah, plus it's a bad short sword. It's a bad short sword. Take a minute to think about what we've got left here. Hey, Freya was on the bottom. If this is 5 power, it can still attack. Let's do that. That's a better block for you. We killed a 1/1. Can be a little more patient here. Like, they've probably got a Linda somewhere, and when they draw it, it's going to be a little scary. What dat? Counter smell? This might clear out another ground blocker. Might not. I still don't really want to trade Finn for that, and I guess we may as well play around a Mind Rot here. I don't have a great way to get rid of the Elven Bow. So a bit of a bold stall here. Because like once Finn is traded, we've got Freya with 3 power, but she can't really attack into any of this stuff anyway. So I think we kind of just need to draw another spell, cast Freya and that, and see what we get. Because we're just kind of not doing anything for a little bit. I'm not incredibly concerned about them turning the tide and attacking here. Just because we've got such a huge life total buffer. But like that can go away very fast when they start slamming 4/4s. And we keep drawing lands. That's a lot of land, yo. We burned a lot of good cards on our Freya peaks, and now I'm nervous. Theirs is bigger. Oh no, and they got 2 of them, and they've got a duplicator. We're probably dead. I'm gonna keep playing, but I have a strong suspicion that we're just dead here. Would I rather go deeper on cards or have a 3/3? I think I'd rather go deeper on cards right now. Because I need a lot of cards to be able to even think about competing with this. God, I have no idea how to grind through this crap. Because it can't be with flyers anymore. I guess it's going wide is the answer. Well, this doesn't trigger. It's when I cast my second spell, right? So I think I'm supposed to save this for next turn and try to go another one deeper and basically run out of cards and mill myself to death and lose. But that's currently my plan. It's not a good plan. There's the Linda. And now things begin to get out of reach. I also thought we had it wrapped up, and then we didn't. don't know that that actually solves the problem, but I'm about to mill my, like, I'm going to mill myself out of cards. I suppose we can at least get some value on this, but that's about all I got going for me. Because I assume they're going to copy that Linda, and then we can try to figure out something, but I can't double spell anymore. I probably could have gone for the scry, though. Oh, good grief. We got him down to 15, though. That was something. I don't think this is good enough by a lot. But we'll try it. We needed like one disenchant and we could start thinking about something, but we're pretty far away from that. Game Ogre, man. That was just a clinic on how to beat a hat deck. I don't really care for it. So I've got like a pick left. I can get +3/+3 on any of these, which is enough to trade for the Vandal, but that's not going to work. I don't think I have another removal spell either. Which is going to pose a problem. So I did say my plan was to mill ourselves out. And that it wasn't a good plan. And here we are. So I've got one card left and it's a Gold Vein pick. That functionally, this is just done. Because I'm not getting through those two. That's quite the game. I think that was an exciting game. More of a gesture than a plan. You're not wrong. Do I have a pick in exile? I don't think it matters what it is. Because we know it's not. We've used 2 Feed the Serpents and the Poison the Cup. So it's not those. So whatever it is, it's not enough to get through. TBL said it was a Plains? Okay. Whatever it is, there was nothing we could draw that's going to win that for us. So just a bit of an unfortunate moment. Yeah, it wasn't Plague Wind. Bows are real good. Bows are real good. Don't worry, Valkyrie's a 2-drop. Me. I can't mulligan that, but this is not a great hand. probably need to poison something because I'm going to need the scry. I can't make myself do... You have to. You have to. You cannot miss land drops in this format. Just please play Savala or something. Because this is not the way I wanted this to go. But we've got an opportunity here not to be mana screwed. See, look at that. We should take it, because this is exactly where we want this card. Alright, it didn't help us that much, but we tried. I'm behind and I don't like it. But I think this actually leads to the best case scenario for us. We're going to need to top deck a land, but I believe that we can do that. That is not the land we needed to top deck. But that's okay. I was assuming the first thing we played is going to die. And we can think about just killing that next turn if we want to stabilize harder. I'm not opposed to that. If they don't play anything else, I'll do it. Yeah, they all about killing some stuff, and this is fine. Really didn't want to attack there for a minute. Interesting. Okay. That speeds up our clock nicely. They can walk mini glades. And now their journey is over. Alright, sorry YouTube, I do need to take a quick potty break. So I'll put on the Stream Raiders battle and be right back. See you guys back in just a second. Thank you for your patience. I am on the mend. YouTubers may know. Chat probably does know, but longer breaks are somewhat necessary. Thunderdown with the kills, Jankshank with the assist. Rewards for Techno Shaman, Wee Wizard, and Yak. I will collect the loots later. For now, we must draft. What about second breakfast? I don't think he knows about second breakfast. Does he have potential? That's a tough one. I don't want to discard any of this. Makes me sad. It's going to be really hard to double spell under these circumstances. Why not the rune? Because I have the pick and I can cast it. Yeah, this is like the only way in the deck we can cast it other than the pick going off, but... why didn't we equip? I wasn't thinking about it. There was really no reason not to. I certainly should have. Maybe I'm really smart and it was to encourage them to attack with the Disciple, which is what I want. Would you buy that? Would you believe I did that on purpose? Probably not, right? Wouldn't it have been better if I'd had the pick on the thing, though? Will you stop making me discard? I don't want to discard. That missed equip really cost us some value here. This is ETB, not cast, right? Why wouldn't we move this over and attack? Because that very easily could be, yeah, it's okay. It's okay if that's a foretell 4 damage. I was thinking of Iron Verdict. That's the card. I don't quite know what it is now. I'm going to hold an extra land for a skill raid. May as well not let him get a card deeper. And I don't feel like I need to poison anything here because we've still got decent attacks. I don't think this is a format where you must be incredibly efficient with every turn. Well, I think it rewards it. That's part of what the foretell mechanic is going for. I think they've got some sort of reanimation and are looking to get value, is my guess. I don't really feel compelled to give them that value. We're not going to have a turn where we don't have Poison the Cup up, though. Got it. Seems good. It's a lot of Elderfang disciples, eh? Yeah. We can look and see what those were, but it doesn't matter since we don't sideboard. But I am curious. An Iron Verdict and Starheim Unleashed. I feel like they might should have cast that. But I suppose you never know. I don't know. Did they just foretell one that turn? Yeah, I think that's what it was. So their plan was to Iron Verdict, the 3/3 attacker and or chump block, and then make a million angels. That's what happened there. Good catch, Phil. We'll take this one out for a spin. I think they just drew it nil. We're going to get into a block fest. I'd like to be able to hit my land drops. Because being able to play a blocker with demonic gifts up, for example, would be pretty sweet. We're not quite at the point where I can do that yet, so I think I may just take the Reaper and hope they don't have a Doom Bolt. Because this will start chewing through some resources. That sucks. But it does mean with a land we can kind of get back in this. Alright, so here it's kind of obvious what I have if I don't just play out the Helm. Because this should hold everything back in theory. Because another land wouldn't have been bad there either, but we'll take this. It's good enough. Well, is it though? Because I can cast Freya, and then what can attack into it? Just that? Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. You're gonna need to show me. Gonna have to try to get value out of this gift. They should wonder why I didn't use the crown. That thing may very well kill me. Life total's getting a little too low. Because we got one blocker next turn that is not going to be enough. Yeah, I'm just dead. We needed a removal spell for this. We needed to be a lot faster than we were, essentially. But those were some good top decks after they hit out. Fearless Liberator, real good. I've been telling people it's first pick. I ain't got no way out of this, right? Because they spend 2 to tap something. We block it. They pump these 2. We take 6. Yeah, we're super dead. Fearless Liberator is one of them cards that kind of just makes you block it anyway. I really like it in my red decks, and I do prefer to be red in this format when I can be. As evidenced by what our opponent just did there. All right, it's a keeper. Would rather get the creature going sooner. Have you tried asking them nicely not to? I was going to say, it's not likely they'd play much here that we'd want to just kill, and then they played Zavala, and I do want to just kill that. Oh, bye-bye. Unfortunate we had to use that to kill it, but you do what you gotta. That sucks. For us. Pretty good for them. That's another card that's pretty difficult for this deck to be able to beat. Resolves. I like this attack. I like it considerably less now. What's interesting is they don't have the snow mana to reanimate Narfi now, so I think we go for the hit. Because they can't tap this. They used all their snow mana on that. And if I hit the right cards in the right order, we might could just kill him here. These are not those cards. But this should leave us ready to kill them. I mean, there's things they could have that make this bad, but it's difficult to play around Wraths. Why bottom the creature? I was looking for something to win that turn. Specifically, a Feed the Serpent would be really nice to draw about now. And if I get that creature, I'd also have to keep the land. I don't think I want another land. But this is like pseudo-reasonable to top deck another spell and have two things that they can't block, which is why we're trading off there. Like I don't think a 3-2 is what will win us this game. A 3-2 with Menace might, but I don't want to draw another land if I can avoid it. I'd like to draw either a removal spell for Narfi or something that can get through for extra damage. Like I think this is actually better. Now that may cinch us and leave us just a little bit too short. Because once we're having to start play defense on the Bloodsky Berserker, things are getting pretty bad for us. So like, we could still draw Feed the Serpent and basically win, not right now, but soon. But it's unlikely that we're going to be able to overwhelm them. Because they've got the mana to get 2 4/4 blockers, and we can get this to a 6/6, which is just not good enough. I can't grind through their lands, too. I suppose we'll make them tap what they have to tap. But we'd have had it if they didn't have the avalanche caller there. There's also 2 Freyas in the deck. And like that really starts to do something if we can get to one of those. Just because it's a 2-power flyer and they're at 2. The ground is becoming increasingly difficult to attack through, so I think Freya may be one of our last outs. That is not a Freya, you may have noticed. I will not be playing Cube. We're looking to rank up in ranked draft. Cube doesn't get you rank, and Cube is not my favorite format. I'm not planning to play any Cube this go round. If you're dying to see Cube, there's a lot of folks that'll probably be out there playing it. And I mean, it's possible we do 1 or 2 for funsies. But Cube is not my favorite format anyway. Unless I'm mistaken. If it's ranked, we can talk about it. Because it would be a nice break from Kaldheim. Like, I feel like we've played a lot of Kaldheim. We're ready to see some new cards from Strixhaven. You know? Aren't you guys ready to see some new cards from Strixhaven? Yeah, Chaos Drafts and Cube are opposite. Cube is for people who don't like Limited, but like Constructed, and want to draft a Constructed deck. Chaos Drafts are for people who don't like Constructed and just want to evaluate cards on their own. Now, Modern Limited has moved into a lot more synergy, where card evaluation on its own doesn't matter as much, right? It still matters, but it's not as important. Like, I loved that core set draft they had going. I wish it had been here for another couple weeks. And I wish I hadn't been sick this week for multiple reasons, but a big one is because I felt like crap and it sucks. But another day of playing that would have been cool too. They're going to have to start clocking me with this soon, and I'm going to have to start chomping it soon. This is already 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. They can't pump it that far because they still need avalanche caller blocks, but I may have to start chomping it next turn.
"27 months. That's almost a year."
Thank you very much, Detective Scott Gonsi. Y'all spam some cats for the detective. Thank you, my friend. I tend to think of Cube as quite fun if you can play it as more of a casual format. But it's not my jam. I'd rather play a regular limited set. rather play Chaos Drafts or something like that mix up they did with the core set. That was a lot of fun. Our time on this earth may be growing short. Because they can dang near kill me with that. Yep. We are now in a zone of danger. And Story Seeker ain't gonna cut it. We needed either to draw the other Freya or for them to not have this broken wings. Because I suspect we're mostly dead now. Ironically, if I had just used the... Well, I was going to say if I had just used the... Poison the Cup on their Savala and not gone for value off of it, we might be in a better shape. I suppose I'd have ended up with a Grimjaw. Yeah, I think I would have won the game. I think that's lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not lethal. I still don't think I'm winning, though. It's not good enough. They've defeated my hats. Ruined Crown is an instant win. Like, we need to keep trying to hold on to what we've got. It kind of makes a difference if we make it or not. We've got a Draugr, but that's not a lot. For love, let's give it a shot. It was obviously a parody, Dave. Ruined Crown is no longer an instant win. Swamp is also not an instant win. I think I'm supposed to put this here and probably die. Our shot here is that they get impatient, swing out, the math isn't in their favor, and tap this down. I can't imagine them doing that, but I suppose they could. Enough. Enough. A French egg, as we say. I can take that hit, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't kill me. I'm still not convinced we can win from here. I think this is basically going to leave me dead next turn, which is not ideal. Bit late for Freya, don't you think? It would have been good a while ago. Yeah, we don't even have an attack now. I believe they might have done the math. I think it's enough for lethal plus. So I really need them to believe that this is something good, but I don't think it is. Welcome home, sweetheart. We actually know it's not something good. It's a swamp. Well, those can be good under the right circumstances, right? It's just these are not the right circumstances. So they're saying they can kill me this turn, and I believe they've done the math. This looks like a pretty strong board state for them. Yeah, I think we might be in danger. I wonder if what got me here is that this deck actually wants 16 lands. Now, some of our losses have been ones where I think we drew too few lands. But I think I may not have respected the hand smoothing algorithm here, and in Platinum you really need to. I suspect I was playing a few too many lands here. But I mean, 6 to -18 is pretty close, I think. All right, YouTubers. Thank you all for tuning in. If you would like to watch me show you how to be a Platinum gamer and draft, what was that, 3-3s? 3-3s in best of one? You know where to find me. It's twitch.tv/Semulin. We have had some better drafts, but we save those for the stream, so you'll need to come watch there. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode very soon.